When I decided to enter into One Spirit, I had listened to a few sentences of Diane Burke, one of the founders, and she talked about walking with grace. And this captured my imagination in a way that I never expected. I heard her voice, I saw her face, and I immediately decided this is where I needed to go. And it has been my walk since that I am learning to be of grace in all circumstances. Some are more trying than others, and I'm still learning.
I was a Christian for most of my life, having grown up as a Catholic. And at that point, I had been reading Martin Luther King, which led me to Gandhi, which opened up a whole new world, which then led me to One Spirit, because I wanted to find out what these other religions, what other spiritual and sacred foundings were, and One Spirit was the place for me.
I came here sort of religion unknown, spirituality vague, not knowing where I was going with it, but sort of happy in that space, and ended up through the freedom that I found here and the studying that I did, I ended up getting baptized as an Anglican. So my world radically changed on many, many levels. And from a personal, social place, I've definitely become more open, more compassionate with myself. And politically, it's gotten me more active. I preach, and over the time that I've been at One Spirit, my sermons have definitely gotten more on the level of sacred activism.
Being a sacred activist doesn't have to look a particular way. That what is really essential is that we show up with our own authentic selves, that we find our authentic and unique expression, and that we not fall into the trap of comparing what we have to offer and the most natural way for us to offer that with anyone else.
One Spirit's managed to make me a better person because not that I was a bad person before, however, it's generated a great deal of healing in my life, and that you can't help but be a better person once you've healed. I've come to the conclusion that heal my life, heal your life, heal the world.
At the time I came to seminary, I was very much in a place of flailing. I think that's how I would describe it, and a lot of unknowing. And my 2 years in seminary allowed me to find a degree of understanding and purpose. At the time, I knew that there was some kind of service that I wanted to perform for the world, and I had no idea of what that was. And through a lot of exploration, through a lot of just letting go of the angst and the story and just settling into the extreme love that exists here, and the love of the teachers and the love of the deans and the love of my fellow students, I was just able to calm down. And I don't know, somehow or another, that calming down opened up for me worlds of possibilities.
I started my journey having already worked as a minister for many years. I have been a hospice chaplain for the last 9 years, and decided to return to seminary to continue my studies at One Spirit. So when I first came here, I had a very specific idea of what I thought I might get from this experience and what I wanted, which was, gee, wouldn't it be nice to be able to say yes to some more things, to be able to do things like weddings and baby blessings. But what I could never have foreseen the growth that I would have as a person.
The difference that I think my One Spirit journey has made in the lives of those around me has been very significant. First of all, my life partner, entered the program because of my experience in the first year. So now he's in the program in the first year, and we love it. It's so wonderful to be able to do this together with him. And in fact, it has changed our lives and our lives' directions, because we are now together formulating in our ideas and our prayers what our ministry together will look like.
I feel that it's made a significant difference in my marriage. I just feel so much more able to meet my husband where he is, so that it's really enhanced our ability to communicate, to be with each other, to understand where each of us are. And I really feel that the way I've changed has helped how my husband relates to me. He can see me more clearly now, too. It's been amazing.
People say, my family says, my other family says, well, gee, it must be doing something. You're so much more calm. You're so much more happy. You seem to be filled with a joy that we haven't seen in you in a very, very long time.
I also feel that I'm more available to my colleagues to be able to be there for them and give wise counsel that is grounded in a fuller understanding of things like spiritual counseling, transpersonal psychology, shadow work. I just have a whole new set of tools that I can bring to both the bedside and to the meeting room.
How will I be of service in the world after my experience at One Spirit? I think this is the question that all students here really take in deeply in their second year, especially as we march towards graduation in June. We take this very, very seriously. So I see my ministry taking off in many different directions, a deepening prayer life, as well as serving other people to help them to know the light within them.
I do have a vision for my ministry. I'm a singer-songwriter and a performance artist and a visual artist, and as I've gone through this journey at One Spirit, I've seen how I don't have to separate myself out into little compartments anymore.
When I started seminary, I believed that it was about being able to do something when I finished. Now I realize it's about being more of the person that I'm called to be, and that my whole sense of what does it mean to be in the world, to be with myself, to be with others, just the whole quality of what being itself is has so radically shifted that I recognize whatever it is I might do when I'm done here, it will be of a qualitatively different level.
On graduation from this place, my first reaction is I'm going to feel so sad. You know, this mix of people from New York City, many of them, but also from all across the country and even the world, I'm not going to be with this group again. And I could get teary just talking about it. But yet, there's also going to be such joy as we move out into the world.
We're all ministers, not just those of us who come through One Spirit, but everybody is a minister, and helping people to see that light in them so that we can all minister to each other.
The journey here has been extremely impactful for me, and I've appreciated it. The teachers, my fellow students, the deans, they've all had a great effect, and I'm very grateful. I encourage anybody who has the slightest inkling that they would like to do this kind of work to jump in, go on the journey. I understand that what I'm doing here today has a world impact.